Can I do my bandana? Can I put on my bandana and do the reveal, the big reveal?
What's the big? You already did the big reveal. People have already seen your face. They've already picked out names for you too.
All right. I got to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to welcome you to Studio 53 here live with Yolanda Martinez Music. She has got herself a new look. If you look closer, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. She has a bigger smile, brighter teeth, and just looks younger and younger every day. I went and got my hair cut the other day, just a little trim, and here I am again, back on the spot. Yeah, did he cut it?
Oh, he did? Oh, I didn't.
Well, my eyebrows.
Well, he cut your eyebrows.
Oh, it's hair. Call it what you want. It's hair. It's a haircut. You don't know me.
Right.
So Big O introduced me really big time.
No, introduce yourself.
Like Mark McConaughey or something, you know?
You're not Mark McConaughey. I'm trying to pick out the names here of people that submitted a new name for you. So,
please introduce me with some of the new names.
Tiger.
No, you got to do it right. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Studio 53. You're live here. We've got a low budget, it's better than no budget. Coming to you live, not just myself, is
we don't have a budget, husband. And Mark always wants a big intro. I've been reading everybody's posts on a new name for him. So apparently,
give me the best one you got.
Well, the best one I have is Guy Porn Stash Music.
That's one. Okay. All right. I'm not know about that one.
Fu Man Who.
Not sure about that one.
What's the other one I got? Somebody said Guy Fieri too, but that's not even original. So we'll bring Mark into so you guys can enjoy his new look again that we did the reveal on. We've gotten a lot of commentary on his new look. I don't know. He wanted to try something new, so I'm like, go ahead. I don't care. Do what you want. It's your face, your hair. So I'm just waiting for him to come and sit down because he's always running around doing other things when we start our Facebook Live. And he always seems to have other things to do. Today, I'm sure you guys have seen my post on who we are having today, but I'd like to wait till Mark gets back over here. So if you guys have any questions for our guest today, feel free to put them into the comments, and we will ask him what the questions are. And then he can answer them for you. We don't need music, honey. We don't need music. Oh my God.
Did you ring on you?
Everybody, this is definitely Guy Porn Stash Mark Music. Sit down. Get over here. That's your new name. Guy Porn Stash Music.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You look like. You want to be a biker? You want a biker name? No, we're not going to have a biker name. So I haven't looked at all the names. So we're going to pick one after our Facebook Live. Now he's got a
what up? I'm a biker dude, okay? Freaking I'm a biker dude. Okay.
You don't even own a bike.
So, I got the hat. I'm ready. All I need is a bike now. Good to go.
I guess you're going to go buy a bike now. So. You want to introduce our guest today because we're going to tell him
he's probably intimidated by now.
Intimidated by you by now.
I'm starting to intimidate people a little bit.
I don't know if it's intimidation with that look.
Might take my glasses off.
Yeah, take your glasses off. That's better.
Who's that? Sam? All right.
Damn Hulk Hogan mustache. Thanks,
okay.
Evan.
Hulk Hogan. People think Hulk Hogan Jr.
Hulk Hogan Jr. or Guy Fieri Jr.
Rock and roll.
Nobody thinks you're a rock and roller.
Yeah, they do. Hell yeah, they do.
So, who do we have today?
we
Introduce him.
have one of the most feared men in the world right now. He is afraid of nothing. No one has ever conquered this man, nor do they want to go up against him. He travels the world.
Yes,
He
does.
is a world famous rodeo clown. He's a bullfighter. I think he's a clown.
And
I don't
you want to
call-
talk about
I don't wanna
intimidating? You look at him, and he's intimidating.
I did this look just because I knew we were going to have him on. And I went and dyed my hair, dyed all this, just because I wanted to look a little tougher, you know?
Yeah, but I think it needs to be a little bigger.
Remember? I remember we used to, I'll tell the story later. But
Yeah, let's bring him
is
on,
amazing,
and
man.
we'll have stories because we're going to talk about how we met him.
And some will recognize him.
Yeah.
And if you recognize him, here's the deal. If you recognize him before I make it known, I will give you a gift. I'll let you come to my Total Transformation, absolutely for free, a gift. It's a $1,000 gift if you recognize what show he is from. But you got to do it pretty quick before I say something. So bring
Before
it
we
on.
ask the question.
Before we ask the question, all right? So hopefully he says it right away. So that Hollywood Yates is here, man. This is so cool. Hollywood, what's happening?
How are you?
Do I look more intimidating? Can I join? Can I jump on in your crew?
In your arena.
Jump in my crew, Mark.
I can hang with you now, right? I'm one of the 1% now. I don't have the hair
You don't have
yet.
the hair yet.
I get extensions.
That's all right. I like that. I like
I'll put
that.
my extensions on you later.
That's right.
I'll put your clipped hair later.
Just the opposite of Hulk. He did the dark with the white, and you know, you're like the Hulk Hogan Bizarro.
Well, Junior, I don't want to be like him. I want to be different, but I still want to be. Yosemite Sam, I got that little Yosemite Sam, and I did it for my friend Don Tolman, who does it, and I did it because he's an Australian. I said, "Hey, I'm a mini me now, Don." He tours all over the world. He goes, "Oh, I love it," So,
very cool.
But he wears a cowboy hat. He doesn't wear that thing.
Because I'm biker. I'm a biker.
You're the biker dude. Okay.
There you go.
Gotta. I'm getting rid of the ride. That's what it is. Check that out, man. These bandanas.
Oh.
You gotta go to the store and get these things folded. I don't know how to fold them myself yet. So, boy, it's good to see you again. We haven't seen you in a few years, huh?
I know. It's been a while. I know you called me a couple years ago, and I wasn't available to come help you out because I think I was overseas when you called.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I've
You
missed
travel all over.
Do
You
what?
travel all over the place.
I do. I'm very fortunate that I get to do, like you. We do what we do, and we're very fortunate to get to travel and see the world and meet a lot of really cool people.
Yeah. So I remember when I first hired you. Hollywood used to do our
He used to adult show.
well, yeah, he used to do our security for us, and it was you, and it was Steve, and you get one other person, and out of 1,000, 1,500 people there, nobody ever got out of line, and all you had to do was just give him that little look, that little.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'm an intimidating guy, but Steve's even a little bit bigger than me, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looked exactly like. He said, and then who was the Steven Seagal guy? Looked just like Steven Seagal. Was that?
Oh, I forgot that guy's name. Yeah,
He had the ponytail. Yes, I remember. I don't remember his name either.
And I think we had Dan one time. Was it Dan or Dave? Might have been Dave. He wasn't very big, but he was one bad mother, man. I'm telling you. He was one of these like 5th, 6th degree black belts, and he was calm as a cucumber. Just no problem.
Of course.
Those are the scary ones,
Yeah, the ones that don't say very much.
That's the thing, people, you see all these memes about be a lion, not a sheep, and be an alpha and it's like, and I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm like, there are not that many true alphas in the world. It's like everybody wants to think they are an alpha, but when a true alpha walks in a room, everybody knows it, and it's there's not many of them left.
No, there's not. So you've been doing a little in the ring there with some bulls, huh?
Yes, sir. I've been 35 years, been a rodeo clown bullfighter, and I've been very fortunate that I've had a great career. I've had a lot of injuries, but God's blessed me with a lot of pain tolerance, so I've been able to just work through the injuries and just keep going.
Well, when you're fighting bulls and clown and all that, the cowboy's not the one that's supposed to get hurt. It's you guys risk yourself in spite of the cowboy thing. I remember one time I was in Phoenix, Arizona. I was going to go up to Estrella, and I wanted to ride bulls up there. This is when it was way out in the middle of nowhere.
That's where I actually started fighting bulls.
No freaking way.
Yeah. 1985, I was in high school, and that's where I first started fighting bulls, was at Estrella Park.
Did you say 95?
85.
85. That's pretty close to the time I was thinking about it. I went there, and I remember they said, hey, you got to draw a bull. I go, what's the draw a bull? Goes, draw a bull out. And I remember, I was like, all right, let me watch this one kid first, And he got on this bull, and his mother was there, and he got hung up. Not a good scene. It wasn't, the cowboy wasn't worried about it. The bull was probably trying to run from the mother. I thought she was going to jump in that ring and whoop that bull's ass, And after that, I thought, no, I think I'm going to wait a little bit, You get me, can we start with a sheep? Let's get one that says won't buck or no.
Yeah.
Dandelion or some kind of bull.
So what were you going to do?
I was going to ride a bull.
Why?
Alpha. I mean, you're 21 years old. I mean, why not do it? 21, I got everything to prove. And that's the time when I thought, you know what? This is kind of cool. I had all my friends were cowboys. I owned horses at the time. We used to ride the horses everywhere, Back on Bell Road and 59th Avenue, it was in the middle of basically nothing. We'd ride to 67th Avenue and Greenway into the bar there with our horses. We'd ride in the bar with the horses, get a drink, ride out, and head home.
Yeah,
now you can't do that.
Here where I live is where we used to come out into the desert and shoot our shotguns and, four-wheel and, this literally right where I am sitting right now used to just be desert, and this is where we used to just mess up everything.
Yeah, they ruined it all by building up there. Now it's the city. Now it's the inner city. It's not there ain't a quail around unless it's on a restaurant as a emblem. That's about it. Yeah, man, that is. We've been in Phoenix a long time, and I still remember that, and I still remember going way out to Estrella. Jackrabbit Trail was so far freaking out there. Now it's like in town. It's like Buckeye. Yeah. That's like California. Buckeye, now it's Phoenix, It's like, oh my God,
Wow.
So you started in Estrella. Wow.
That's where I started fighting bulls. I had buddies that, we were all in high school together, and they knew that I worked with horses. So they were like, hey, you want to come out and be a bull rider? And I was like, well, I'm not really into riding bulls. I said, but being a rodeo clown might be kind of cool. And so I just went out and started, doing it there. And, I wasn't real good at it. I was very athletic, but the job, of slowing down and, I would run through so fast. I would get to the right spot in order to save the cowboy, but I moved so quickly and I was so skinny that the bulls didn't even see me. I was like, they were tighter. And so for a long time, guys didn't even like me showing up to fight bulls because they were like, he doesn't do the job. And it took me a bit to figure out, slow down, let the bull, and once I really started reading bulls and knowing how to move around them, I didn't have to rely on my speed as much as I just had to rely on knowing how the bulls moved and then just using my athleticism to move around them. And once I figured that out, that's when my career just, took off. And my rookie year, I was at the National Finals Rodeo.
Wow. You might have been the one I saw there, because I was going to say the guy I saw was tall and skinny, and he was fast, You could have been the guy I watched in the show in the 80s.
For a while, I was the only guy really fighting bulls out there.
You know what, Hollywood? I'd be willing to bet that you were the guy that I saw when I went out there.
Probably.
That's kind of freaky.
From out. I think they quit doing stuff there in about 95, 96. So, I mean, I was there for 10 years or so.
Wow.
I've known you a lot. I saw you before I knew you. Now here, that's just freaky.
Yeah.
You could.
It's pretty cool how the world works like that. You know,
no kidding. That's pretty neat.
I could.
Yeah.
He could have saved my life and back if I had pulled the right bull and got enough courage to get up there. Could have been the one. He could have been the one who got me on home.
You're not a bull rider.
Apparently not.
You could probably barely ride a horse.
I could ride a horse. That I can ride. I got a lot of horses.
I don't think bull riding is
bull riding's a little
something
different.
You wake up one day and say, I think I'm going to go ride a bull.
No, I mean, we had all these cowboys, you know, when you're around all cowboys and they're out there pulling, you know, it's that peer pressure. Like, sure, I can do that, you know?
I don't know.
And I had a couple of bigger guys. They couldn't ride. The bigger they were, the easier they fell, you know. These smaller guys, man, they'd be whipped all around, you know. I was a little guy. I was 135 at the time. You had to be about 160.
Wait for a bull ride.
Well, I'm 170 now, so I ain't riding no bulls. That's for sure.
And you're also 56, so I wouldn't recommend
Yeah,
it.
but I've got that young rocker look now, you know, Billy Idol.
I don't think the bull's going to care about that.
Wow. So you've been blowing up on TikTok, haven't you?
Man, I've been very fortunate. It was funny because about a year ago, I had some people that were going, well, you need to get on TikTok and this and that. And I was just like, gosh, I don't want to do another social media. You know, I'm already have my personal Facebook page. I have my business Facebook page. And then I've got Instagram and I've got Twitter, and I don't even use Twitter a whole lot. And, you know, and I don't want another one. And so I didn't do it. And then I picked up a new management company this year to help me out with some of my music and stuff. And we sat down and brainstormed for a few weeks about, you know, what I want. Besides my music, I wanted to make it back to the National Finals rodeo as a rodeo clown bullfighter, barrel man, you know, and because I've been to the finals in the Wrangler bullfights as a bullfighter. I've been to the National Finals in the Wrangler bullfights as a barrel man. So in two different positions. And if I get to go back and work the bull riding, that puts me in 3 different positions at the national finals. And there's only been one other rodeo clown to ever do that. And so it set me kind of up in that elite status. And so we started talking about everything. And he goes, you need to get on TikTok. And he goes, you're built for the camera. You're funny. You sing, you dance. He goes, so you need to get on TikTok. And I was just like, ah. And so I started just watching TikTok for about 2 weeks and kind of seeing what people did. And, so I started doing a lot of these voiceover deals, and I do most of it in makeup. And man, it's taken off. I've got on one deal where I play a little girl that came out of the bathroom doing lipstick. I've got like 2.5 million views on that one.
Oh my God.
One that I did have over 1 million views on that. I mean, altogether, I've got right around 5 million views on all my videos. I just put one up last night, and it's already up to, I think, 10 or 13,000 views this morning. So wow. It's turning into a pretty cool deal. I've got about 65,000 followers in a month. And, I'm going to keep trying to build that, because it not only helps me, and I'm trying to figure out how to monetize all that, but it helps if a rodeo or a bar or a venue hires me to come to their event. I can promote it, to my 65,000, followers, or hopefully I get to 1 million followers. And in that way, it not only helps me, but it helps the people that I'm doing business with.
Yes, that's true.
There is a rodeo clown, Afro-American gentleman. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Leon Coffey.
That
he is the only other clown that has been to the National Finals rodeo in 3. He's actually been there in 4 positions, because he's worked the bullfighter, he's worked the finals as a barrel man, he was in the Wrangler bullfights as a bullfighter, and in the Wrangler bullfights as a barrel man. So he's been there 4 different positions. I've been there 2. There's been 2 other guys that have been there 2. So if I can get one more, then that makes me, second behind only him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's been around a while too, hasn't he? Well,
ever. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid going to the rodeos and watching Leon.
Yeah.
And then when I got in, and started really making a name for myself, I actually worked with Leon for years at a lot of the Survey rodeos and the bigger rodeos. And so, yeah, I've been around a long time. He's been around since the third.
So obviously COVID had to affect you then, huh? I mean, I know it's affected us in a way that's different.
Well, it did affect a lot of rodeos. They canceled a lot of rodeos. They can't, all the bars are closed. So I got, a lot of band gigs canceled. I was supposed to be in Europe right now doing a AFE tour, which is Armed Forces Entertainment. And it was going to be me and two other people. I'm still not going to say what we were doing because I don't think anybody has figured out who I am yet.
No.
So I'm not going to say it until later. But so we were supposed to be in Europe right now doing some stuff with the troops, and that got pushed to next year. I've had several rodeos that have canceled. I had a rodeo that I was supposed to be playing with my band at over Labor Day, and they just canceled their rodeo. So it's kind of shut down the entertainment industry. I am fortunate that South Dakota has not shut down, and so the bike race is still on. So my band and I are heading to Sturgis, South Dakota in I think a week or two to play the bike rally. We'll be at the Knuckle Saloon. That's this shirt. But we're going to be there playing on the 9th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the 14th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the 15th at 5 o'clock at night. So we'll have a great time. We'll entertain the crowd for, 4 hours each day. And
what's the name of your band?
Do what?
What's the name of your band?
It's Hollywood Yates or Hollywood and the Hitmen. So I'm an artist. I named the band the Hitmen just because they're all hired guns, and it's very rare that I have the same band with me night to night because if you don't have a tour set, then these musicians are looking for other work as well, to keep up, and so they might get picked up for a month with this person or that person. And so, like last year, I think I ended up, and I do a 3-piece band plus me. So there's only 3 people that I hire per show. And I think I used probably 60 different band members last year.
Oh, wow.
which is tough because once you get some, like I use I use 3 people most of the time, which is good because they kind of know your groove, they know your feel, they know your show. It's like you and Yolanda doing your show,
right.
Knows when you say a certain word where you're going with that, or so it's like she knows to get this prop or to go, and so it's like you guys have your routine. Same thing. Well, when I have different players that have never played with me before, they don't know that when I'm building up this story, when I say this word to start into the song. And so it's like I end up saying this word and then I go, so it gets aggravating sometimes.
So what are some of your goals for 2021 now? Since 2020 is a totally different deal now. We don't know if 2021 is going to be reversed to 2020.
Right. Well, I mean, my goal is to get back to the national finals rodeo. So, my goal for the rest of this year is to basically get all the rodeos, get them some information about me, and kind of build my name back up, try to get booked for next year to a lot of the good rodeos so that the people that vote for the barrel man to be at the national finals will get to see me. And so my goal is to get back to the national finals next year, be the, man in the can, win man in the can, win clown of the year, and be the barrel man for the rodeo. And, like I said, I think if I can do that and get back there in a third different position, that should kind of solidify me at that top level of now I should be, looking at the Hall of Fame at some point, because that's, I think in anything, that the goal of any musician is to get to the, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the Country Music Hall of Fame. if you're a football player, you know, the football, you know, NFL football Hall of Fame, or, you know, so it's like the Hall of Fame that means you are etched forever as one of the best. And so, you know, that's my goals. So 2021 to get to the national finals again. And then beyond that to get to the Hall of Fame.
They have the finals this year. They haven't canceled it yet.
They haven't canceled it yet because they are still doing rodeos. You know, on
Yeah.
They're still out there competing. They're still, you know, it's just not as many, but they'll still have a national finals. And I don't know what it's going to look like. You know, it's probably look like this.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Now, are you at the South Point or are you at the college?
Well, they have the rodeo still at the Thomas and Mack Arena. That's where it's held. But a lot of the events beforehand, like we go out for the convention to try to book rodeos for the next year. You know, that's all at the South Point. All of our meetings, you know, to do with the business side of the rodeo business, that's all done at the South Point. And then the buckle presentations every night after the rodeo, the gold buckle presentations are at the South Point as well.
We're less than a mile and a half from the South Point. We got 2 acres here, so we're getting ready to maybe do some stalls for the horses for the barrel, you know, the ropers when they come here. So we're like,
right.
You go, how close are you to the South Point? I go, well, we look at it through our window, you know. You go, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope you get it. Boy, that would be good. If you're going to be here in December, you know, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, as long as they have a national finals and all the business, I'll be there.
Yeah. Has anybody thought about it?
No, nobody's guessed yet.
All right.
Nobody.
Nobody's guessed. I've been posting. I'm like, can you guess what show he was on?
Now they might. Let's see what they said. Yeah, now they might.
We just have a few people that say, I've known this guy since the 2nd grade.
Oh, yeah?
Corey Jackson.
So if you've known me from the 2nd grade, then you know what TV show I'm from as well.
I know, he hasn't guessed.
It is a very, very, very popular, famous TV show. Obviously, think of his body, his height, intimidation. You got to think of those stuff.
I got to go get the door.
I'll go get the door. You keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, I posted it. I'm like, can you guess what show he's from? Come on.
Right.
Oh, there we go. American Gladiators. Somebody guessed it. They're like, Wolf. There we go. So how did you get on that show? How did you get on that show?
So now they win a prize, right?
Yep, they won Mark's prize. So Jesse will be in contact.
Awesome.
So how did you get on that? How did you get on that show? How did you get selected to be on the show?
You know, I always tell people that, you know, it's that old saying that, you know, be prepared when opportunity knocks. Everything I had done up to that point built me for that show. You know, being a rodeo clown bullfighter and being able to entertain while being an athlete. Then, you know, at 30 years old, I became a professional wrestler and was, you know, doing professional wrestling. And I learned character development through the WWE and through wrestling. And so I knew how to take a character and build that into something and then be able to entertain with that character while I was being athletic. And I was actually negotiating my contract with WWE. They were flying me back and forth to Louisville, Kentucky, and we were working on the character and working on everything that we were going to do for when I signed and, you know, got into WWE. And I had gotten a call from a friend asking me to come help tan all the competitors for the Mr. and Mrs. Olympia bodybuilding show.
Oh, wow.
And my wife was a figure competitor, and so I had a tanning machine and knew how to tan people. So I went out, was helping tan everybody for the show, and I was on a break, and my wife and I were walking through the Fit Expo, and the casting directors for NBC saw us, and they were like, "Hey, did you ever watch American Gladiators?" And we were like, "Yeah, I love that show." And they were like, "We're bringing it back. We think you'd make a great gladiator." My wife's like, "I'm out." And they they wanted my wife to be a gladiator too, but she didn't want to be on TV, so she walked away. And I talked to him, and I, thanked him very much for the opportunity, but, I'm signing a contract with WWE, and they kept after me for about 4 days. And I finally, contacted WWE about it. And, they were like, well, we're just not sure if what we're going to do with you. So good luck with that, And so I went with the American Gladiators, and it worked out well for me. And that's how I got it. But even once I got out to LA and we were training and doing everything to become, who we were, the day before the show started filming, they still didn't give me, I still didn't have a contract. I was the only one without a contract.
Oh, wow.
And they were, it's down between you and this guy. And this kid, he's like 6'8", 300 pounds. And he's like, I've got a contract. You have to use me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, you tell them what they have to do. So they were making us wait. And I finally got mad. And I said, look, if you want to make this easy, I said, I'll make it easy for you. Go get that big son of a, bring him over here, put him in the ring. I go, the guy that gets up gets the job. I go, because I'll break his neck. And the executive producer kind of laughed like you just did. And I looked at him and I go, don't laugh at me or I'll break yours too. I said, go get it. And he walked away, and finally about 15 minutes later, the director walked over and he goes, you got the job. And I go, stand in a circle anymore? He said, no, they like you. So that's how I got the job.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was when I was younger, I was working to get on Glad. I hired a personal trainer. This is when I was way less, and I thought. And
you were bigger?
No, I was not bigger. That never came into the equation. And I thought, I'm getting on that show. My diet was this. I had it nailed down. And I thought, I'll get through that son of a bitch. He ain't going to stop me. I'm fast. I know it, I don't think I can admit now that I don't think I could have taken you.
I'll tell you, because at my fastest, I ran a 4.35.40. And it was funny because when I auditioned for the show originally, I had been out with Chris Angel all night, and I left the bar at about 6:30 in the morning. And so when I showed up to the tryouts, I was actually drunk. And it's all the tryout thing. And I ran the 40, for him. And when I got done, the kid was just amazed. He was like, holy crap. He goes, you're the fastest guy I've ever seen. He goes, and especially for your size. He goes, holy, and I was like, well, I could just think how fast I'd have been if I wasn't drunk. And he goes, oh, I said, no, I am drunk. I said, probably shaved off about 0.2 seconds off of that time.
Oh my God.
You did the rings there, right?
Well, I was athletic enough that I did everything. Most people remember me for the rings and the pyramid. But I was good at everything that they had. So they always had me there. Even on my days off, they had me come in just in case somebody else got injured, because they knew that I could do any of the apparatuses they had. But yeah, I'm most known for the rings and the pyramid.
Yeah, that pyramid. You guys, I thought you'd be nicer and just kind of push them off. You'd freaking throw them off there, like
yeah,
like you owned it.
There was the very first episode. There was a guy on that he was just probably one of the biggest jerks I have ever met in my life, and I had enough of him. Well, honestly, he was the very first person that I faced in filming, and it was in the gauntlet. And I started beating him up before the cameras even started rolling because he was such an idiot. And so we got to the pyramid. We were clear up at almost the top, and he had grabbed my feet to try to, pull me off. Well, when he did, there's a move in professional wrestling called a sunset flip, where you dive over their back, you grab them by the waist, and then you roll them up and you pin them. Well, then it's been renamed the Canadian Destroyer if you do it off the top rope and you dive over them and you run the top rope down. So I saw the perfect opportunity to do that from the top of the pyramid. So I dove over, grabbed his weight, and threw him from the top all the way down to the bottom. And he got up, and he never came back up past the first step. He just kept running back and forth on the first step, posing. And I just, just laughed at him like, yeah, you're scared. And at the end of the deal, he even looked at Hulk and he goes, did you see me throw the wolf off the pyramid? And Hulk knew exactly what I did. And he goes, no, brother, what I saw was a sunset flip. Like, thank you, Hulk, for backing me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I always loved that show. They got now they've got, what is it, the Gladiators? Is a new one?
No, it's not the
No,
Gladiator.
it's Ultimate Tag. Well, they have the Titan game.
The
Titan.
Yeah, that's with
isn't that with the
Johnson,
Rock?
right?
Very good test of your strength and athletic ability. So I do like that show. And then you have the American Ninja Warrior. I think
Ninja Warrior, yeah.
And then now they have this Ultimate Tag, which, I mean, it's they're athletes. I'll say that. They are athletes. They're great parkour, guys and gals that can, flip and twist and run and everything, but like there's one guy on there that he goes by Horse, but he's basically trying to be my character of Wolf. He's angry all the time and he's flipping his hair and, and it's like, you're playing tag. You're not like work where you hurt people. Like I was trying to hurt people. I was trying to break ribs. I was trying to break legs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, to me, gladiators, it's like, this is a contact sport. So I was literally trying to hurt people. And it's like, this guy's trying to be me on a show where it's like, you're just pulling a flag off of them. It's a game for 2-year-olds. It's called tag. Hey,
So, are you gonna get back? Are you gonna get on one of those shows like the Titans?
No, I will. They asked me to come do the American Ninja Warrior. They wanted me to fly down to Florida and do it, and people have asked me if I'm going to do the Titan games and all that, and I'm like, no, because I can only lose. As of right now, I'm Wolf. I'm Wolf. I'm an American gladiator. I'm one of the baddest, meanest, most vicious competitors that there's ever been on a television show. Now, if I go over to American Ninja Warrior and I slip on the first deal and fall in the water,
you're done.
Well, now I've just lost. American Ninja Warrior is kind of like gambling. It's kind of like Vegas. They didn't build Vegas on winners. They built Vegas on losers. So American Ninja Warrior, how many people have actually made it to the final thing and won? Well, if I don't, now I'm just one of all these other people that tried, go on to Titan games and I get beat by some amateur athlete. Well, now I got beat by an amateur athlete. It's like, so no, I'll never go on one of those deals because as of right now, I'm still Wolf, damn it, and I can't be beat.
And you're going to own it. That's right. Let me see if anybody has.
Everyone, it's funny now. Like on TV, you're this bad person, and in life, you're like the nicest, easiest going, calmest person. No violence whatsoever, unless you need to.
Well, I was raised that way. My grandfather was a bad man. My grandfather was he was a prize fighter. That he was fast. When it came to fighting, he was vicious. But he was a good man, and he was calm, and he was, because you have to do business with people and you have to, the world to me, people are always looking for the secret to life. There is no secret to life. God gave us this earth to enjoy. He built the Garden of Eden and just supposed to enjoy it. Some stuff got messed up. So it's not this perfect Garden of Eden anymore, but it's still a beautiful, great planet. And it's still full of beautiful, great people. And all we're supposed to do is enjoy it and to help others enjoy it. So I try to be as positive and nice and wonderful as I can be to everybody so that they can enjoy the same kind of life that I'm enjoying, you know. And I don't have room in my life for negativity. I don't have room in my life for people being miserable. And, you know, it's like, if you're miserable with your life, then make a change, do something so that it won't be miserable. We all go through tough times. You know, I've been gored by a bull. I've had over 130 broken bones. I've they've had to. Let's take, I've been broke. After the TV show, I had given all my money away because it was in around 2008. Everybody else is going broke, and I'll say, we spent a little because, hey, we're making money. And for 4 years before that, we had it pretty rough with medical bills and stuff like that. So it was like, hey, we're going to live now. Yeah. And then all our friends were having issues and problems because of the crash of the economy. So, I'm shelling out money here and there. And, we were trying to help take care of people and because that's what you do. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're broke. And I don't have a TV show anymore because we got canceled. And it's like, oh, now what? And we struggled for years. And that's why we moved back out to California. Was my wife got a very good job offer. It put me closer to LA to do auditions. And I was very fortunate to get, a part on a Spanish show, and did about 16 episodes of that. And so that, it kind of helped us get our life back in order. We rented our house out here, which kept the mortgage paid, while we were living out there. And so it's like, we struggled just like everybody else does, but we found a way back. And I try to tell people, if you just have a positive outlook and look for things that will help you to get back to where you want to be, or get to somewhere you haven't been yet, find the people that can help you do that. Find the motivation, find it, don't sit there and wallow in it, because if we sit there and wallow in it, why do you think suicide rates are so high? Yeah. Because if you get your own head, you will spin yourself into oblivion.
Oh yeah.
If you get yourself to the community and start helping other people, it will help you to feel better. You'll do better. And then all of a sudden everybody's doing better again, so I just don't see the point in being negative or anything. But you mess with me or my family, I'll come after you and I won't lose.
Even with that smile out.
My wife said, you have a dark side that you tend to embrace. And I'm like, I don't embrace it a lot. I go, but when I need to, I'm proud that I have that darkness to me. But, I try to keep that darkness buried as far down as I can and just let the light shine.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you need to just tap into it once in a while and just to pull it out to take care of some stuff. We go back to brighten it up.
But I think we all have that. I think we all have that. It's just some people it takes longer for it to come out because they tolerate so much. And then when it comes out, it's like, whoa, I don't know that person. And then, but then we can put it away.
Growing up, I was a little kid. I was skinny. I was short. And so I was, I had that short man syndrome where there'd be a guy squinting across the street because of the sunlight, but I thought he was looking at me. So I'd run over and hit him, and it's like, and I so long, but then once I got into martial arts, I learned to control my mind. I learned to control, and find that inner peace. And so, now it's like that darkness is so far down deep inside of me that, people will try. Like I'll be at a bar, I've had guys, come up at a bar and just hit me. And it's, look at them and I go, really? This is your choice that you made today? I'm like, now you have your choice. You can leave. You can go buy me a beer and apologize, because anything other than that's not going to be good for you. And they usually leave, like, oh, rah, rah, rah. Yeah. And it's like, it takes me a long time to break. But when I break, it's not good.
I think that I'm
Fortunately,
that way.
Yeah.
Say that
I
again.
can see that in you.
You broke out a little bit. What did you say?
Fortunately.
Well, I said that I can see that in you.
Oh, oh yeah. People have seen it and they're like, "Whoa, we've never seen that part of you." I'm like, "Yeah, but you don't see it too often because it takes a lot for me to get to that point."
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So you've studied a lot of martial arts, huh? I mean, not only being big, fast, athletic, a boxer.
Yeah, like I said, my grandfather was a boxer and a prize fighter, so he taught me how to box. I got into martial arts here in Arizona. I actually trained with Grandmaster Sunduk Choi or Sunduk Che, excuse me. And what's cool is years later, I never finished. I didn't get my black belt or anything. I was 2 belts away from black belt. But years later, I'm on a AFE tour with a couple of the other gladiators and Billy Blanks. And Billy and I were talking, and I was like, yeah, your tapes were actually what got my wife and I back into shape. We started doing the Taibo boxing, tape. And we got to talking, and I said, yeah. I said, he goes, did you ever do martial arts? I said, yes. I said, I was in Taekwondo, and I trained under Grandmaster Sunduk Che. And he was like, I trained under Grandmaster Sunduk. And I was really, and so it was really cool. We had both trained under the same master at different times. And, now his daughter, Grandmaster's daughter, we connected on Facebook just about a year ago or so. I had seen that he had passed away a few years ago. And so I just did a little tribute to him, and she reached out. And so we actually have talked back and forth on Facebook. And at some point I'm going to go actually meet her and everything, because her father did a lot for me, and learning to control, the inner demons and become a better person, because of him. So I really would like to meet her, because I thought he was an amazing man.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
That
yeah.
is, yeah.
Well, I hope we get to see you here in Vegas. You get to Vegas, let us know. Now that we somebody asked me, what's your schedule like? I go, pretty open.
Pretty open.
When you're going back on tour, I go,
2021.
Yeah, we were supposed to be all over.
I will be there in December.
You will be in December?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I will be there for the national finals, and then I might even come up early, because I'm trying to get some help through Chris Angel and Carrot Top. I'm trying to build a Vegas style show for myself, and so I've sent some stuff to them, and I'm hoping that they can help me kind of piece some things together. So if I come up, I'll holler at you.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
They don't. A lot of people don't know that Chris Angel is a very, very big contributor to the Cure for Kids Cancer here in Las Vegas, as well as Gwen Stefani. He donates a lot of money and a lot of time for that. He's a very, very generous man. He really is. And we
very generous.
Beyond, and he doesn't do it for publicity. Nobody knows he does it. What's that?
Right. Yeah, I know his son is fighting leukemia.
Yes.
And matter of fact, I saw Chris the week before everything got shut down by the COVID deal. He was performing here, and I went and hung out with him. And then they, the rest of their tour got canceled after that night. And so he's just been spending his time with his kid, and doing a lot of stuff out there, for the cancer treatments.
Yeah, we our friend John is his wife in there. They started that, and that's one of the ones we donate to. When we do events, we donate to that. And Gwen Stefani as well. She has her own room. We went and saw the Gwen Stefani room.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how the locals came together for this community, this charity, these kids, and they don't realize it. It's that's really awesome. Cool, And you find out about the true people of who they are behind the scenes. And then when you find out they're greater than they don't want people to know. They just do things because they can, they want to, and they want to give back. Like you said, you know what? Now's the time to really get out there with an attitude and shine the best light you can, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
Very impressed by that.
Right.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you when you
Yeah,
come out.
no,
I'll get
they're-
to see
he-
you all
he's
the time.
So how can people keep in
Yeah.
touch with you or see what you're up to?
Yeah, how do they follow you? How
Well,
do they? We want to get you as many. We want to get you as many possible.
Well, go to Hollywood Yates Music on Facebook, and then on Instagram and on TikTok, it's just Hollywood Yates.
Hollywood Yates Music on Facebook.
Yep. Facebook. And then on the other two, TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, it's just Hollywood Yates.
Well, it's been too long. I mean, we still travel every so often, driving to Phoenix, California, when we need to get some stuff done. I'll have to give you a call when we're headed up to the sunny area again. See what you're up to.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we're going to put this on there.
On Instagram.
And TikTok too. We got to get your TikTok.
Are you Hollywood Yates on TikTok also?
Yep, TikTok's just. Yep, Hollywood Yates on TikTok.
TikTok.
On Twitter.
All right,
All
we're
right.
going to post that bad boy right there.
Awesome.
Well, I didn't know that I've known you since 1985. That's kind of interesting. I saw you in 85 and reunited back in 2000.
Well, I will say people do still remember you from the adult show when you and Steve were there as our security. So they still ask about you guys. So that's pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they don't remember me, but they remember you guys.
They see you every year, so.
Well, they don't.
Well, I wanted to get that little different look going on there, So
Yeah.
Yeah, like it.
see,
Like it.
see,
There you go.
I just did it yesterday for
How
yesterday.
does Yolanda,
Yeah. What's that?
said, how does Yolanda like it?
I like it. It was my idea for him to go blonde. He
Okay,
actually
cool.
wanted to go darker. Yeah, I was like, no, it'll look fake if you do it too dark. So go blonde. There you go.
We're gonna do a photo shoot on the Harley. So
Well, thank
appreciate
you.
you
Yeah,
hanging
we
out with us,
appreciate you
man. This
hanging
is
out
so
with
cool.
us.
We'll get this shared and shared on your place. Everybody likes to share the stuff like that. So we look forward to staying in touch with you and visiting you, and definitely getting together with you when you get to Vegas for sure. We're right here, and we have no appointments, so it's not like we're going anywhere.
All right.
All right, thanks, Hollywood.
Thank
Appreciate you.
Take care.
Thank you for having me. No,
No,
I appreciate
absolutely. We'll have to do it again.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a man that you can hang out with and talk to all day long. He's got more stories than you can imagine. You got to share this video, man. And then now that you recognize American Gladiators, now you'll see for who he is. You're like, golly.
So now Jesse, was it Jesse? Yeah, Jesse's the one that you're gonna get
Yep.
in touch with, and
So we're gonna have to Jesse, just text me. Put my phone number.
no, just send
702.
a private message. Just send a private message on Facebook to Mark or myself, or to our page, Conversations with Mark and Yolanda, and we'll get you on the list to attend one of
Taking
our
a picture of his name.
to attend one of our events, live events, when we are able to go back and do live events again.
Absolutely.
Share the video, stay in touch, and we will see you guys on Sunday, hopefully,
Follow
for
us.
a
Cooking show.
cooking session
Do,
again.
corn. We're gonna do corn
Oh
out
yeah,
of a can.
I'm going to be cooking with Guy Fieri this time. So
Corn out of a can. That's what we're cooking.
corn out of a no, we're not cooking
Can
corn
of
out of a
corn.
can.
That's what we're doing.
I will be posting later on today, if not tomorrow morning, what I'm going to be making for It's going to be an easy dish. I've gotten into this habit of making stuff that's quick and easy so that you're
Corn.
not spending too much time in the kitchen, and it's not going to be a can of corn.
I'll make the corn.
Don't listen to
I'm
him.
making the corn.
It'll be just something you can throw together, put it in the oven, and sit down and have dinner with your families. So
Continue to follow us on Facebook and check us out. We are going to continue these. And also, you want to learn how to do hypnosis, we have a special going on. Text the word player, PLAYER, to 55678, and you get our whole course, $500 value. You get it for $69. We're running a special. So I'll type that up there. No, we don't. Just player, 55678. The word player, 55678. And you get my whole course, how to do hypnosis, the music, everything, the video, how to communicate,
right?
the scripts. Yep, 55678. And you will be a hypnotist just like me. So anyway, follow us on Facebook. Check us on Instagram. And we're going to be doing some LinkedIn too. I'm going to get into LinkedIn.
I guess.
So
we're getting into LinkedIn.
Thank you for being here. Share this video, comment. And Jesse, congratulations. Good job on that, on Hollywood, and knowing that he was Wolf in American Gladiators. And we will talk to you soon. Till then, ciao and take care and be safe and go make somebody smile today. And don't complain because it's Friday. I want to hear no damn complaining out there.